Well, good afternoon to you. Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley with you. It is 6:30, of course, coming up here on our Tuesday. Yet another cold, gray, damp day of weather here locally. We had a good amount of rain throughout the morning into the midday hours also. And now we're kind of just dealing with more or less a lot of drizzle, some light rain showers as well. But it's been the second day in a row where we're stuck with the cold, with the damp, with the gloom around our area. So that's kind of something that we're going through now. I don't see it ending really tomorrow. We'll continue to have cloud cover, chilly weather, and the occasional light showers for your Wednesday. But once we get to Thursday, that's when we should start to be able to see some change across our area. Got a lot to get to. Of course, we have local weather that's a topic. We've got the Outer Banks, which have had some issues today with a coastal low. And of course, the biggest weather story on the board is Hurricane Melissa. Just a truly devastating storm for Jamaica. And let's start right there. So as we talk about this storm, you have to understand it's not just another hurricane. This is something that is generational for them in Jamaica. This is something that truly will change lives. It will change the island forever. We know this. We've gone through this in North Carolina, not this same exact storm, but we're just coming off of a generational event here last year with Helene. This is going to have a similar impact to a big chunk of Jamaica. But on a broader scale, the big issues with this one are records being broken across the Atlantic Ocean. This storm having a lower pressure than had been seen in every hurricane that's ever hit across the Atlantic except for one. And that's pretty remarkable. The Labor Day storm in 1935 is the only one with as low of a pressure as this when it hit. And we use pressure to kind of measure the intensity of a storm because that's what drives the wind in the first place. Now, as far as the wind gusts and the wind speeds too, 185 mile per hour winds on landfall. So this was earlier today, right around 1 o'clock. This was the landfall time. And for Jamaica, if you're familiar with the island at all, this is Montego Bay right about here. So popular resort spot, of course, there's the airport there. Kingston way over on the other side of the island. They're on the better side of this to avoid some of the more destructive winds. Negril is over this way. So if you have a lot of resort towns that really are bearing the brunt of the eye wall. Again, this is a couple hours ago now, 1 o'clock. So just to see where it's gone from then to now, it's changed quite a bit in structure and in intensity. It's being pulled and pushed a little bit. So we're seeing now that it's accelerating farther off to the north. There's a trough of low pressure that's picking it up and sending it away. And so it's gaining speed. It's going faster now. And it's also getting a little bit weakened. Not a lot. It's still category 4, but I would expect that it'll be a category 3 in pretty short order as we go into tonight. This is the futurecast. So where it goes from here, it rolls right into Cuba. The southern tip of Cuba is very mountainous. This can be devastating for them with rainfall intensity. And it'll have some impact. So Guantanamo is on this side of the island as well. A lot of U.S. Folks down that way, of course. And we're going to see that this is going to continue to move its way, not just through Cuba, but also into the Bahamas. So there are hurricane warnings posted for them. The timing there is closer to tomorrow evening. So about 24 hours from now, we'll still be tracking Melissa as a hurricane over the Bahamas. And then from there, it'll just kind of go farther and farther out to sea. Back here at home, our weather, again, it just seems so minor in comparison. But we've had impacts, haven't we? Clouds, cold, damp, rain showers abound as well. It's been pretty messy. And at the Outer Banks, they've had issues with a big coastal low that's been creating all sorts of problems. That's a big deal. Here locally, we'll just continue to see light rain, some drizzle, and overall gloominess continuing through tomorrow morning. It shouldn't be all that wet of a morning commute, but I think you'll need your wipers at least a little bit. This time tomorrow afternoon and evening, we'll be watching this low pressure area, and it's creating a lot of rain and gusty wind ahead of it, and that'll be moving in tomorrow night. So think nighttime rain for Wednesday, not so much for the daytime. Going into Thursday, that's when we're finding that we're really looking at a good amount of sunshine finally coming back. So if you're desperate to see some sunshine, you do have to wait until Thursday. but you'll be good at that point. It'll be breezy, it'll be cool, but once we get to Thursday and even into Friday, Halloween itself is looking pretty good also. So just kind of a little sneak peek of our forecast. Wednesday, still dealing with the clouds, the gloom, the chill around the area. We'll have a round of rain Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and then we'll start to dry things up with some sunshine coming back out for Thursday, and then Halloween Friday, that's looking pretty fine as well. The weekend looks good with dry weather coming back to our area, but it'll feel fall-like. All right, something we've been making a note of in the forecast has been the coastal low offshore, and we're having some issues in the Outer Banks. This is actually progress compared to what it looked like just a couple of hours ago. So this is Highway 12 over there, just south of the bridge, and what they've been dealing with has been a big mess. And I'll play this video and ignore that it might make you dizzy a little bit, but just kind of seeing all the work and all the efforts that have gone to fixing this part of Highway 12. I say fixing lightly because they may have some issues again, but just look at the ocean kind of reclaiming the road, sending the sand all over the place, and then the crews getting to work, and, well, they've rebuilt some dunes, haven't they? This is such a common theme right now that we've been dealing with month after month. And yes, the homes falling into the water as well. That's been another problem out in Buxton. So those are kind of the things that we're looking at. We'll have an interview with Sam Walker, who's over at the Outer Banks. He'll be telling us more about what's been going on there today. But back here at home, continue to be alert for the gloomy weather. It's going to continue now through about Thursday morning, and then things should start to improve. It's cloudy, it's cold, it's damp, it's breezy. All of those things still apply. And boy, has our temperature been sluggish. The last couple of days, we have barely moved out of the 40s to low 50s, just been stuck where we are. Not a lot of movement to that, but I do see some improvement over the next couple of days. So taking a look at where we're going, we could still pick up maybe about a half an inch of rainfall to a little more than that in some spots. Most all of that will be falling tomorrow and tomorrow night. And then Thursday morning, we start to clear things out. So stick with us. We're going to be talking more about Hurricane Melissa, of course, a generational storm in the Atlantic Ocean. We'll continue to deal with our wet and dreary weather through tomorrow night, but Thursday morning, things are improving. I really see things getting a lot better pretty quickly with some sunshine for your Thursday, and then Halloween looks fine. We'll have more on that forecast over the next couple of days too. Don't forget, this is the weekend. We are setting back those clocks. Sunset is happening pretty early in that 5 o'clock time frame, so get ready for that. That's your forecast. Stay tuned for that interview out of the Outer Banks.